Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Play action, now it's Lance. And this one too low. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing his Lance on third down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, 53 yards. And the Niners are on the board first here this afternoon. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick, and he won't quite make it to the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Singletary to get the drive started. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there, holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Allen now on first down. And Davis with it left side. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Throwing now is Allen. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. 56. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, 25 yards. And the Bills respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't
lost.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Now, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's Bass now to send it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Now a play fake. Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 24-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first and anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. He'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Allen on third. Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Sam Martin now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing now is Lance. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 41. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So after the INT, it's Allen. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Going deep for Diggs. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. A tie game. I don't think anybody in this building, including you or I, was expecting that.
No, I would agree with that totally. I didn't expect to see it at all, but I kind of like where they were going with this. You know, as you said, tie game, trying to steal a possession, steal an advantage, and you told your defense in the half you were going to do it, which also told them that you had confidence in them in case it failed, as that one just did.
And now you've given good field position here to start the third quarter. Tackled by Emmanuel Mosley. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the 45 on second down, Allen. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Allen. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Davis. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
56. Alert.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit.
This a 27-yard attempt here.
The kick by Bass is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Slot man moves right.
On play action, Lance.
Dancing to his left. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Again, McCaffrey.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Completes it to Davis. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down. One final try here for Allen.
A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. A handoff, McCaffrey running right.
77 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are able to build on to their fourth-quarter lead.
Gold with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Allen.
Pass caught by Crowder.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Allen. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts it in to any hopes that they have.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. What a change in this ballgame in the fourth quarter, Charles. They just completely took over, and not only did they get the lead, they end up winning somewhat comfortably.
And when we spent time talking with them before the game, they made sure that we knew that they thought that they were the better team in this one.